Good morning. Cold morning, windy, very windy. My Bible's blowing all over the place here. About 40 degrees, wind chill's right around freezing. But I wanted to get out and share some things with you on this beautiful morning. This is the second time I've tried this. Kept going off on rabbit trails, ADDing as it were. That might not be a bad idea, just do a whole video rabbit trailing, ADDing. Maybe that's what I'll call this one. If I had $1 for every time I get sidetracked, wish I had some coffee. I do. Speaking of coffee, I want to give a shout out, say hi to you all from our dear brother Bruce, who closes site Yah's Revenge. He's doing great, he's doing fine. We talk every day. Just stepping back a little bit, having some family, personal time. Oh, just rabbit trails came to my mind. Did you hear the Pope gave us 2-week notice? And what do you think about that? What's going to happen? I can't stand it when I hear the media and Catholics saying the Holy Father is stepping down, and they call him the chief shepherd. Well, Jesus is my chief shepherd, the only chief shepherd, and there is but one Holy Father, and he's not hanging out in Rome. Get back to this. Jesus said, worship the Lord your God and serve him only. Another thing that's been bothering me that I've been wanting to talk on lately. There's been a lot of talk on guns. Gun rights, gun control, how many do you have, what kind, what's right, what's wrong, etc., etc. I've even heard Christians say, they'll have to kill me to get my gun. Really? You would die for your gun? Would you lie for your gun? I've also heard them say, just let them try and take it. Really? You would kill for your gun? I want to show you my weapon of choice. Oops, I'm hiding. My sword. When it's all been said and done, it's not going to matter how many guns you've had or have. When you're standing before God, is it going to matter? Are you following rabbit trails? Listen, time is short. We need to be about our Father's business, doing what He gave us to do. Music, I wanted to talk about. Isn't it something how it can take us back, transport us, soothe us, calm us, get us up, get us going, inspire, be an awesome blessing, an uplifting blessing? I think I've shared with you all many times, so I think I have, that Amazing Grace is my favorite song. Just wanted to share something about that. Show you a little story from my past, but I don't like talking about me, talking about my past. I think it's because I grew up just keeping things down inside and hiding things. And I feel if I talk about anything that I've done, that it makes it about me, and I never want it to be about me. It should never be about us. He must increase, and we must decrease. But I just wanted to share this little story with you. About 3 years into my walk, I've been saved about 3 years. I was having a horrible time with things, walking in the flesh. And one night, I'm up in my room, listening to Top 40 radio, and Amazing Grace came on. I about died. I got on my knees, repented, asked for forgiveness. I felt alive again, free. that feeling that only true repentance and forgiveness can bring. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound. What sound? The gospel that saved a wretch like me, chief sinner. I think most of us know it was written by John Newton, who was a slave trader. And when you think about it, that is so appropriate. Because, you see, we all are or have been slave traders. Slaves to sin, trading one sin for another. But His amazing grace has freed us. Our chains are gone. We have been set free. By grace we are saved through faith. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. Say that with me. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And if this is true, ask yourself, what would Jesus do? Agape.